if you had the time and interest to be back. Flu, my man Flu, man, I appreciate you, dude. I'm glad you're here. And I literally just remembered our conversation, and I did not plan for this live to be about that, but we're going to discuss it because my man Flu, he sent me a pretty dope article about using, it's all about really crop rotation. And if you want to join me, if you want to come back up on the stage with me, we're going to try it again. We're going to try it again. I done unplugged everything that wasn't necessary to be plugged up. I have downgraded my streaming performance. I really don't think it has anything to do with my internet. Like I said, I've been live a handful of times since I've been here, and it's pulled through just fine. Only now I conveniently have issues when I actually really want to be here with y'all. Imagine that. Dino, what's up, man? The Lawn Shark, thank you for being there. I appreciate it. There's another teammate right there for the Universal Gardeners right there. That's the winning team. We're going to win. I don't know if y'all seen it. I shared out Stacy from Veggie Farm Garden, her video on the different methods of her starting seedlings during the off season, and her garden is looking amazing, man. What she's been able to accomplish. So if you haven't checked that channel out and you're looking for new cool ways of starting seeds, or you just want a little bit of inspiration with some very appealing to the eyes videography along with some nice smooth dope music, go check out Stacy. Go check out Stacy. Go check out my friend. Okay, you're doing good. All right, thank you. So man, that was rough because it just kept on like ending broadcast. Here he come. Pusher, what's up, man? How you doing, Brian? Hey, look, I dropped the link. I dropped the link in the chat. If you want to join, if you want to join, come on up. If you got some questions for me, I don't care what it is. You can ask me anything. So as long as it's not classified, I answer it. Okay, you're doing good. What's cracking? Winning team? Of course, bro. You know. I mean, hashtag Amy dead, and she gonna stay dead. Okay, here's a question. Will you be deployed with the Ukraine crisis? If so, God bless and stay safe. Deployed? That's not the proper word. The current state that we're in is we're just observing. You know, we're not really stressed about anything. We keep our eyes on anything that has the North America to be specific, our interests, our nation's interests. But let's just say if things were to go as bad as we could expect, I'm already where I'm supposed to be. So deployed's not necessarily the right terminology. I'm already here. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is why I'm here. So just, you know, I think I answered your question while obeying that word right there, OPSEC, operational security. So I think I answered the mail on that, but at the same time, still obeying OPSEC. I'm where I'm supposed to be. So deployed, no, I'm already here. If something goes south, well, you know, it's time for me to pull up them boots and do my job. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Hey, the hood said, thank you for being there. Thank you for being there. Turf goes on missions. Yes. Well, I'm always on a mission as far as I'm concerned, whether it be a personal mission or my country's mission. I'm on a mission. So, I don't know where I was before. I think we were talking about like scions and using suckers as rootstocks for plants. So it's possible. I know it's possible, and this is just me kind of like trying to pull information back from my Master Gardener's course. I know that there's certain things, certain plants that if you pull the sucker from that plant, it may not behave like the mother plant when it comes to getting to the fruit. But I'm also confident enough to tell you that that's only a handful of plants. Most plants, you could take the suckers and make a completely new plant and treat it like a air layer slash graft. I would really air layer the sucker to get its roots going and then plant it. That's what I would do. I would use the chili dog method from Lead Farmer 73. Get your roots going on the sucker plant, then plant it. And if you later discover that that plant won't fruit the same way as the mother plant, you know that you have a really solid root stock to graft things onto it, if that makes sense. Mike, man, thank you, man. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate you. Pair character punching the air fist and bump. Oh, okay. All right, I got it. I know what that is because I'm like, what? Why did he write that out? But I don't see the characters, so it's like trying to this. That was interesting. Okay, your vid was good. My ceilings are getting eaten up in the garbage, like the Arrow Garden idea. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Maria Graham, thank you for being here. Baddest EOD the Army has. Hey, I try to stay humble. I'm not the best. Go ahead and let you know I ain't the best at all. My question is back up higher. Let me scroll up. I worry, but just to be safe on your job. That's not the question. Turf goes on missions. I have a question. Here we go. Boom. I have a question. Who has grown, I think she means guava seeds, and successfully grown fruit in the bush? Successfully grown fruit in the bush. So I assume you're talking about, it's frustrating. Okay, Q, I'm not going to bring, and I really wanted to bring people on tonight, but it looks like the system doesn't like it at the moment. I'm sorry. So can anyone chime into that guava question? That'd be great. And then I'm going to circle back on. Yes, I cut down a ginkgo tree last year. Now I have 8 to 9 suckers. 8 to 9 suckers. Okay, great. I'll be trying that. Why'd you cut down a ginkgo tree? Man, it must have really been in the way. Yes, that made a lot of sense. Okay, cool. Later, how you doing, Sheila from okay, I'm reading somebody else's mail. That's what's happening. My wild plume suckers grows roots all on their own. New trees every year. There we go. Boom. I hope the buffins cleared up. Maria Graham, Baby Turf is doing great. He's down there being bossy right now. What's up, Love Notes? I know. I hope I'm not buffering anymore. I don't think I am. Looks like the chat is moving pretty good. Oh no, I typed that question all messed up and you're frozen again. Retype it. And she did mean guava seeds. Okay, cool. All good, bro. We'll get them next time. Right. And let's just maybe just give YouTube a couple minutes to catch up with the kid. Maybe we coming through with too much energy for him. And they just like, nah, we need to slow you down. Too close to foundation of the house. I hated too. Right. Yeah. I seem to be typing all bad tonight. Listen, the other day I was trying to send messages in the group chat and like autocorrect they just felt like they knew what I was trying to say, but they didn't because I wasn't using proper English. I was speaking that twang, and it just you know when you want to type that and not that, because the context to that versus that are two different things. It took like a whole 20 seconds to get that to play through versus that. You got that right. What's that? Baby Turf is the boss. Yeah, he's bossing. YouTube hating on the real one. Yes, they. I don't know if it's YouTube because not Q. You ran your live pretty successfully today with no issues, and this is back to back from me. Yes, well, 2 days ago I had this issue, and now today I'm having this issue again. Now, it doesn't seem like I'm having the issue when I'm by myself, but as soon as I bring a guest on, it just acts weird. And it's one or two things. It's either, at this point, I think I've narrowed it down. I know it's not my internet. I think it has everything to do with Ecamm or the new update that Mac pushed. Autocorrect is a bully. Facts. It's a bully. Facts. So, let's talk about some things. So, he was talking about fruit trees today. I want to talk about what your plans on in the lawn and the garden. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the weather patterns, but there are some resources that you can use to kind of really understand what's happening in your region when it comes to the climate. And even though the daily temperatures, as far as like your highs and the lows, they're concerning, right? The foundational element of gardening and lawn care is your soil temperatures. Yes, your highs and lows of the day play a role in your growing degree units or growing degree days if you join that live and you bear through the technical difficulties over there the other night. But if your soil temperatures aren't adequate, you're kind of just swinging in the dark. Following these calendars that have been around for the past 2 to 3 decades, it's cool, but the amount of dramatic shifts that we're seeing in the weather, I think we're going to have to start relying on things like growing degree days and soil temperatures even more so than we have in the past. In the past, we've been able to follow the patterns of the moon, the patterns of the sun when it comes to our solstice, and even our highs and lows when it comes to, your first and last frost and freezing temperatures. But I think we're at the point now where we have to watch it even closer because it's just so. And these are just my random thoughts. You said y'all can hear a little turf. Yeah, he going off, right? He going off. But I think where we are, we have to pay a little bit more attention and use this thing called science that everyone's not the biggest fans of. And yeah, we definitely, what'd you say, Nick? Say it. We need a calendar update. The calendars aren't accurate anymore. They're not. And I think there's so many swinging variables happening with the weather. Like, for instance, South Carolina has received more snow than I have in Wiesbaden, Germany. Mid and upper South Carolina, let's say Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Florence, South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, and above, have received more snow this season than I have. And I'll take it back a year before that. Texas, where former Q was, received more snow than Maryland did when I was there. So that just gets you to think, it's like, am I even putting my seeds out at the right time? And what kind of tools do we have available to us to prepare us for these huge climate swings that we're dealing with, both in the lawn and garden? Because I'm going to walk you through some things. For me, let's start with the lawn. I'm looking at soil temperatures and I'm looking at my growth pattern, I'm trying to understand the best time to start attacking my renovation period. Because I will be using a chemical to remove all the grass that's currently there, non-desirable chemical, non-desirable plants. I'll be using a chemical non-selective herbicide to wipe all that out. But it's important that I use it to where it makes the most sense, being a responsible applicator. I would like my soil temperatures to be 50 degrees or more. That's what I'm looking for. But how do I judge that? And especially when I'm looking at my growth cycle, how fast and hard it spikes is the best way to do that based off like historical data, when historical data is no longer as relevant as it could be or should be today. And then you could take that a step further and say, okay, well, when it comes to my gardening, and I know that I should have this window of 400 growing degree days when it comes from my March moving up to, let's say, September. That's cool, but when I start my seeds indoors and I move them outside, if I do that too soon or too late with these huge weather fluctuations and or the ground hasn't received enough warmth to warm up, where does that leave you as the gardener? You know, you could be placing a start, even though the calendar tells you you should be transplanting on April 15th. Your soil might be 10 degrees cooler than it should be when you do that transplant. And in turn, you may stunt that plant. Or the soil may be 10 degrees warmer than it should have been based off whatever calendar you're using, which means you just lost a whole week or two to your growth pattern, which in turn, affects your overall yield. So that's where we're at. It's rough. It's rough. Let me see if I got any questions down here. You know what I meant. I'm growing a lot of guava seedlings. We are see how it grows. Yeah, I've never grown guava from seed. I just don't know. A person to probably go talk to would be Garden Love. Garden Love Homestead, I think is the name of her channel. I think that's going to be your girl. I think that's where the whole guava came from anyway. Led, she's a friend of Led's, friend of the Greenhouse Lounge. She says guava. He liked the way that she said guava. We turned it into a motto inside of the Greenhouse Lounge. So go talk to her, Garden Love. I think it's Garden Love Homestead now, but go check her out. She can help you out. How can I get rid of little plum trees growing everywhere, all in my grass? Any advice on stopping the spread of these trees? So that means that you have a mother plum tree around, and outside of, if you want to talk about the organic way, harvest those plums. Harvest those plums. Now, if the plum tree is not in your yard, and somehow you still have plum trees popping up, that means it's somewhere local. And birds or whatever type of critters are crawling around, they're pooping and they're spreading those seeds into your lawn. So if that's happening, you have to hand pick them if you're opposed to using chemical. The other thing that you could use that's not necessarily a synthesized chemical could be vinegar and salt mixture that you can mix up yourself. There's plenty of videos out there on YouTube where you can just Google it to figure out, my man Q, he's got a really good video on that using agricultural concentrated level of vinegar and salt. You can use that. A lot of times when you're using those organic methods though, it takes multiple applications depending on the type of plant you're dealing with, right? So you can do it that way, or you may have to revert to some type of herbicide that is synthesized, that was derived 9 times out of the 10 from some type of natural source. We didn't just come up with it all on our own. It already pre-existed. We realized that there was a certain chemical structure inside of something naturally that did whatever it was we were trying to do. We synthesized it as man, and then we bottled it up. I just want you to know that. So those are your choices. Not a lot of them, but nevertheless, there's some of them. What's up, sis? How you doing? Yeah, he said we need a calendar update. Okay, we have a 12 growing Gurdy day in my zip code, but I can't find a chart for Sacramento, California. So Harper Explorers, if you go to the video that I just did with Ryan DeMay, in the description, I put all the resources there. Out of one of those links that's in that live, you'll get your answer. You'll get your answer. Broke says, I don't trust the weatherman no more. It changes every day. Can't get an accurate 7-day outlook. I've come to the conclusion when I retire, I'm going to be a weatherman because I feel like it's impossible for you to be fired. You ain't even got to do your job the right way and you still get paid. Been saying this over 20 years that the cold regions are going to get hot and the hot regions are going to get cold. And it's happening. As much as I hate to hear you and say that and read it, I agree. Because that's what I've been seeing. The areas where when it's supposed to be cold, it's not. In the other areas that you thought were safe from the extreme cold, they're not. Science. Bill Nye that stuff. 3 weekends in a row here in Gloucester, Virginia. We got snow and ice and still have snow on the ground now. Yeah. I mean, that's I don't know where Gloucester, Virginia is, but if it's Northern Virginia, that's normal, right? What's not normal is for me to be where I'm at and in northern South Carolina has received more snow than me. That's not normal. I'm going to let you know that right now. It shouldn't be like that. A lot more polar vortex swings in the south. Yet, south is cooling down, affecting plants, dates, transplanting dates. Exactly. That's exactly what I was just talking about. It affects everything. You could have started your seeds ready to transplant them, but now you got to hold them indoors in their cells for extra 2 weeks. And we all know that certain plants, you shouldn't be keeping them. You shouldn't be keeping them in those containers longer than you have to. So, that's just where we are. Let's see if I can, let's see if YouTube will let me be great, or whomever it is. And I'm going to bring up a guest this evening. It's the honorable guest, my man, Polo. Let me go ahead and assign him. Should have did that before I brought him on. What up, Polo? What's going on, bro?
What up, dog?
What up, dog?
What up, man? Hey, I'm driving. I'm driving, man. I'm driving.
I see you keep them
I'm
eyes on the
driving.
road. Eyes on the road.
Eyes are on the road. Eyes are on the road. What's up, fam?
Guava.
Hey, I can't even go over with
I
you.
know you can't. I did that on purpose because I know you could. But me and Elijah, we've been hanging out for about an hour now. So,
Oh,
you're gonna
man.
have to
Hey,
catch
man.
up when
Hey,
you get to
we,
the house.
we we hung out last night. I may have to dial Elijah up here in a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. What we got? What you got, Polo? You wanted to say something to the team, or you just hanging out?
Man, I'm just hanging out. Who they just sat up here and won. Cincinnati just shocked Kansas City. And like I said, I'm in the car just now, leaving where I left
Uh
because
huh.
I can't let y'all know my whereabouts.
Uh
But
huh.
forgive me that y'all can't see me. Like I said, I'm driving. I got my light on, but that
Yeah.
ain't that ain't helping. That ain't helping no good at all. I don't know what happened to your internet earlier today. I'm telling you that dial up
That
over there,
dial
man, was
up.
vicious.
What's going on?
This
Like I don't went to a whole new country and the struggle is still real.
the struggle is
It's
real,
still
man.
happening. And the thing
Hey,
that was
man.
blowing my mind, I was like, so we did the Ryan Noor. I had videos and everything in that, and I ain't have no issues. And I'm pretty sure I left everything on online when I did that. And then now all of a sudden I can't bring a guest on. It's rough. It's rough. It's
I
rough.
don't know, man. I thought that Louisville shirt was gonna help you too, and that didn't do nothing, man.
It almost made it worse.
Hey, man. Hey, man, you got the Louisville shirt, the Louisville glass, the Louisville bat.
I
It
mean,
ain't
I'm
helping you
Louisville
at all.
out here. That red ain't coming through for me, man. It's not coming through. It's not coming through.
What you talking about, man? What you holler at the people about, man?
Hey, we doing random thoughts in the vibe session. You know, like Veggie Farm up here. She said it's rough to determine the right window. I'm trying to grow a lot more backups. And, you know, when it comes to the gardening world, I'm going to argue, it's easier for us to start up backup plants indoors. But when it comes to like spring renovations, spring overseeds, you don't have such a high window, and it's becoming rough for the lawn care industry for sure. For me, I'm over here like second guessing every decision that I thought I made. You know, I finally like I'm making peace with some of these decisions because the weather's just all over the place, and weather dictates everything, right? We gotta make sure the soil temperatures are right. We got to make sure the trends are appropriate. And something like a cold snap that comes in early or late, it could ruin all your plans. And like Stacy said, she could be prepared for a with a backup plant, but when it comes to the lawn, it's not that forgiving. It ain't that forgiving. You know, so we're just, you know, that's the first topic we're on. We're just talking about climate change, how climate change is crazy, and how the weatherman don't even have to know his job and he's still getting paid. You know,
Weatherman getting paid good
he
too. You
getting
hear me?
paid good,
Weatherman getting paid good, and they don't know whether it's gonna rain, sleet, snow, or anything.
and he's still collecting his coins.
He collecting his coins for real, for real, for
Yeah.
real, for real.
Okay, Miss Native Cherokee, she said, I have sowed many fruit trees, many new fruit trees from suckers and seeds, all made good fruit trees. So there you go. You got somebody who's tried and true. Boom. Okay, thanks. I'll try to do some research. There you go. All right. History proves this weather pattern happens every so often. It does. I don't think we're prepared for it. You know why? Because we ignore our history. That's what we do. We said those people didn't know what they was talking about. Blah. You know, we know better. Forget our elders. We don't respect our elders no more. We don't respect that grind, that hustle. So we forget about it. We don't even know what a dial-up internet is. We don't know what a rotary phone is. So then when we get slapped in the face with reality, looking short. Y'all remember dial-up? Young people just don't know that's exactly. See, look, I just clicked on it. I didn't even read it. See? What's up, Oli? How you doing, man? What's up, guys?
Oh,
Y'all ain't no, yeah, it's only one polo green, but
my other perma-green guy. What's
there you go.
happening, perma-green guy? My polo green over there chilling right now.
Yeah, yeah. Oli,
Over
man,
there
what's
chilling,
up?
man.
Oli got a
Yeah, man.
dope. He's got a dope
Let me say
fescue
this
lawn.
real quick.
Okay.
Let me say this real quick, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Um, it's cold up here. It snowed the other day, and we're all waiting for this warm weather to get back. So for the people in the chat, and I know this is off topic, but for the people in the chat that are grass people, what's y'all itch? What
What's
y'all
your
waiting
itch?
on?
What you waiting on?
What you waiting on? Are you ready to throw it down? Are you ready to lay some stripes?
Mm.
Let's talk about it. This February is almost here. Let's talk about it.
Are
What you
you are
waiting
you
on?
planning on entering next year's We Working Stripe Off? Because we might have some pretty big prizes next year. I mean, well, this year.
Mm-hmm.
We might got things. We might be turning up the heat. You know, some prizes you may actually want to make sure that you're there for. You know, because we got some companies that we're really good friends with that love the whole hype of last season, and we may have a celebrity here or there that may show up to do some voting. That way we know Turf can't cheat. Hey, the sky's the limit with next year's Stripe Off. Well, this year, I got to get used to being in 2022. This year's Stripe Off contest looked great. She already dropped it. Turf cheated.
Hey. Let me say something. Let me say something really quick.
Mm-hmm.
To all of the people out there, I'm just letting you all know right now, we're going to have some Turf Cheated shirts.
Yeah,
So
those are
make
coming
sure
out.
you all support the movement.
Yeah.
We're going to have some Turf Cheated shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all heard it here first.
Mm-hmm.
We Working is going to have some Turf Cheated shirts. And it's all love to my brother,
It's all
man.
love.
Everybody know that he won that and everything.
Yeah, I
And,
saw the video.
it's all love. Y'all can go back and go watch that Stripe Challenge. Matter of fact, if you are bored and you need some entertainment,
Hey, go check out the
back
whole
and
scene.
watch that Stripe Challenge. Start with Turf's video and then just keep on watching them. Go
Yeah.
back and watch them.
Because we
And then
passed the
watch-
buck throughout the entire thing. You'll
Yes.
see everybody's long.
Yes, and
At
then
the
go
end
back
of
and
it.
watch the live.
Then go back and watch it live. Because that's when it got real. That's when
Go
feelings
back
that's
and
when
watch
feelings
that.
got hurt. I'm just saying.
Go-
That's when they started saying Turf cheated in the live. I just want you to know that. Ain't nobody cared until the live came and they got shotgun blasted in the face. I don't know.
Y'all go back and watch it. If y'all want some that ain't nothing but entertainment, man. I mean, we had a blast doing it. That's the thing about the lawn community, when you can be able to do what you love doing and have fun at doing it at the same time. That's
Mhm.
speaking volumes.
Yeah.
We all had a great time doing that. So if you're bored, if you ain't got grass to cut, if you're looking at snow right now, if your grass then faded a little bit and you just thinking about your stripes, go back and watch the stripe videos. Go back and watch all of them. Just look at Cam chiming in. Turf cheated, but shirts are coming, baby.
Where you at, Cam? Go ahead, pull up. I'm gonna drop the link again because it looked like maybe YouTube gonna let me live right now. So maybe we'll just keep it at like 1 to 2 at a time, so things don't get too weird. But
Well, he can having me on, man. Cam, if you can jump on, Cam, you go ahead and jump on. Peace and love to everybody. If I don't see y'all again, go watch that Stripe Challenge and Turf cheated.
Turf
Peace out.
cheated. Peace. Oh man, I saw a little buffing action. So maybe I'll live myself. So anybody else still buffing? I think we should be good. But what's that? Grace Guns. That's true. Turf last year, we had snow in May. It was like it skipped spring. We went right into summer, and it was too hot for spring plants. They didn't survive. Exactly, Grace. Exactly. I went through it too. I'm over here crunching these numbers, fellas. Yeah, we already know what Cam's doing. He doing that adult work. He being an adult. You have fun with being an adult. I'm not. Like I gotta wait for, Lil Turf. We gotta get his slave number. I shouldn't have said that. That sounds bad. His social security number. We'll just leave it. I'm waiting on paperwork to come back. But yeah, y'all said I'm good. Okay, all right, cool. On any competition at my place, my husband always says I cheated. Nope. I just better at things than him. I need my own shirt for home. There we go. We're going to have a hashtag turf cheated and a hashtag native Cherokee cheated because they just hate on us. They hate on the people that all we do is win, 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 no matter what. Yeah. So, does anyone have any? Oh, okay. All right. We gonna see if it's gonna let this jokester come up here and live with me for a little while. I hope it does, cause I just want to put him front and center right now. What's up, bro? My cousin, your cousin, everybody cousin.
What up,
Broke
big
phone.
guy? You know you can't drop a link to come down and speak to the great turf therapist itself, and I don't come up and say, "What up, big guy?"
Hey, I appreciate you dropping in. The Almighty broke himself is here, people.
Dude, I
Here.
don't know what's up. I'm trying to stay in the camera. What is going on?
I,
Hey, but
I,
look, you were talking, you were talking about the weather. Look here, man.
yeah.
What was that app you was talking about again?
Which one?
Because the oh, when I was in your live the other night, you brought it up too, where you pinpoint when bugs come out and stuff, and
So that was the
when
link for OLOGY. I'm gonna drop the link right here in the chat for you guys. And that calendar lets you know how many growing degree days you're looking for certain things to bloom or pests to emerge. Now, you have to use that calendar. And of course, if you're completely confused, please just email me, reach out to me on the Instagram. And Mr. DeMay, because we had so many technical difficulties that night, he's going to come back. He's going to come back. We're going to do it again. And when we do it again, hopefully I can give you more than I'd hope to give you a week in advance as far as when we're going to do that. And then you guys can write down your questions, the specific things that you're interested in. Because I think Growing Degree Days, that was actually developed by and for farmers, has nothing to do, originally it had nothing to do with turf. Most things in the application world, whether it be organic or inorganic, it was all developed for farmers. It had nothing to do with turf management because no one cared about growing grass during the colonization period because you can't live off grass. We became interested in like KY31 and grazing crop type grasses to feed cows, but no different from back in UK. Here comes the Turf 3000. Turf was grown to show your superiority as far as a class citizen being able, like, I can waste 2,000 square feet of my own property on just grass I walk on, and I ain't got to grow food on it. It was like a flex. It was like, I got 20s, I got 22s, I got 30s. These things spin. That's like, that was their flex originally back in the day. Of course, it's evolved to something a little bit different these time and days, but originally it was all a flex. It was the gold chain that's hanging around your neck. It was
it's still a status symbol though. I mean,
it is, but not
if
not nearly as
you
much.
pass out long like that, come on. You
Yeah.
got to think, they got a little money to keep their grass up like that. Come on. It's still,
You got a little something, whether or not you got the money to spend to make somebody else do it, or you got enough money to free up your time to do it yourself. It is a flex on some accord, but back then it was a lot more dramatic. There's a lot more
and look,
dramatic.
I just want you to know that I want to be first in line for a turf cheated shirt.
Hey, I
I
got
said
you.
it
Look,
first.
I'm gonna send yours
It's
to
on me
you
too.
off the top. You ain't gonna have to wait for it. I'm gonna have it to
I got
you
a hold
before
of
it
that.
even go in print.
And look here, man. I don't know what the money goes toward or whatever, but I might get two of them. If it's a good cause, I might get two shirts.
There we
But
go.
look, Look, I'm gonna get off on here because I know your internet don't like two people up here. I don't know if you brought bad dial up all the way over there. That's what Polo said. I ain't starting no trouble. That's what Polo said. So I'm gonna go with what Polo said. He seemed like an honest guy.
He is an honest guy. He's an honest guy. I don't know what the struggle is. I've come to the conclusion that I'm getting hacked 24/7. Somebody just don't like me out there. They just over here. They don't want me to be great, whether it be YouTube or somebody I done upset back in the day. I done upset a lot of people, especially if you count my entire lifehood. So, we'll see how.
Look here. Hey, either way, if you buffering or what, I'm in the chat. I'm checking you out.
Appreciate you,
So
bro.
look here. I'm gonna head down. I know a lot of people want to come up here and speak to the great turf therapist.
Here we go with this mess.
See what he's talking about. But look, man. All right, man. I'm in the chat, big guy.
All right, bro. Thank you
All
for
right, bro.
popping up here. Yep. Okay. All right. Cool. It looks like I can handle one person at a time. So if you want to come up, if you got questions, you want to talk to me, come on up. I'm gonna drop the chat down here again. Come on up, hang out. Let's see what we got. Let me get in the chat a little bit. Dorsha, what's going on? I saw you was live during my first attempt to do this. My bad for stepping on you. I didn't mean to do that, cause I just get it in when I can. And I picked up my phone to do something. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was to make sure it was on silent. But I was like, dang, Dorsha live. My bad. I deleted that though. It didn't go well. Bad connections or not, turf is great. They can try to stop you, but they won't succeed. There we go. Amen. Let's get that pound 2 times, and we'll hang out. Y'all know my auntie. She's going live. She's going live probably in another hour or 2. So we're not going to be here much longer. But if you want to come up, you want to talk about something, you want to get something off your chest, there we go. We got one, y'all. We got one. We got one. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the next guest? Who gonna come up here? Let's see. Let's see how this goes. What's up, cousin?
Hey, cuz.
How you doing?
How are you?
Cluster feedings and what up, Nick? That's my dude right there. What up, bruh?
What's going on?
I like that hat.
Hey man, always represent, always represent.
Yeah,
I
farmer
just
household.
finished a live.
I know. That's what I was saying. I was like, I saw that you was live once I had already went live. And I was like, I'm sorry, cousin. I ain't mean to step on you. I promise you I didn't see it until I was already live. So, yeah.
But it's all good. I wouldn't have did my live. I knew you were going live.
Hey, it was random just like yours because you don't usually go live on Sundays. It was just, yeah. So we both
Your
just,
boy told me to go live because he said I was looking so cute.
Oh, there we go. Hey, look, he went it. Hey, I see you, Nick. I see you, Nick. Hey,
That live was like a candy. I want her to go live now and later.
That boy Nick climbing the coconut tree. Yeah, he climbing the coconut tree.
You know what?
Hey, don't be hating. Don't be hating.
So how's the weather over there, and how is Little Turf? That's what's
The
most
weather
important.
is warm for no reason. It's warm. It's getting so warm that I feel bad that I don't have all my stuff to start doing stuff. And then Lil Turf, he's a bully. He's a bully. He just, he just bullying people. He wake up, cry, eat, poop, pee in your mouth, go to sleep.
Oh, God.
Yeah. We now know how pee tastes. I'm gonna just throw that out there. It doesn't taste good.
I had 2 boys, and yes, when it just shoots straight on up.
Yeah. Yep. He was well hydrated. I'm pretty sure of that. But yeah, we know how urine tastes. We know. Today I was changing the diaper. I was like, oh, you didn't even really do that much. Cool. Let me go ahead and wipe you clean. And it was just like evacuation. I was like, are you okay? Like when it was done, I was like, bruh,
All that out of
you need water. I'm over here looking at these bottles of milk like we should be giving him water. The way that things are like, you know what I mean? Like this stuff is hot fire over here. Like, so, but he's living his best life, man. He's living his best. I'm excited for
As
the
he
point where
should.
he starts to stay awake. Cause right now he's staying awake for like 2 to 3 hours a day without fussing. And then there's like another 3 hours of him like fussing, trying to figure out whether or not he's going to burp or if he wants to go to sleep or or stay awake. And then the rest of the time is just like, I'm going to pee, I'm going to poop, and stop it, Flu. I'm going to pee, I'm going to poop, and then I'm going back to sleep, But where he frustrates me is where he gets milk drunk and he literally passes out in the middle of eating, and then he get mad at me when I try to wake him up to make him burp, like because if I don't make him burp, he goes to sleep and then he just throws everything up, and then guess what? I gotta feed you all over again. So it's like, bruh, wake up, come on, hitting them hard, hitting them hard in the chest. Hitting them hard in the chest, trying to get them to burp. But
Now, I have a question for you.
What
As
up?
far as this warm weather you're experiencing, is this normal or is this abnormal?
Nah, it's abnormal. This weather
Global
should be
warming.
as cold. Yeah, it's real. It should be as cold as where I left. And right now, Maryland, South Carolina, and I wouldn't be surprised if Texas next has had more snow than I've had here in Wiesbaden.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that serious. To the point where my plans for lawn and gardening probably have shifted 2 weeks to the left if things keep on the way that they're going. And the bad
do
thing
you know
about
what
that
they're
is
forecasting?
I'm not prepared for that. But I'm gonna get prepared.
Do you know what they're forecasting?
As far as
The
when
weather?
I look at my 14-day window, it just
Yeah.
it keeps warming up. It's not staying as cold as it should be, which concerns me on a few different fronts. It's like where I shouldn't have to worry about certain disease control, both in the garden and lawn. Well, if the moisture is there and the heat's there and it stays there long enough, I might be in a really bad situation. And then further, just outside of like the residential setting, when it comes to the agricultural setting for the farmers, they're really on edge because they're producing food for the country, not just for themselves. So this is where you can see possible food price spikes, tariffs increasing. It affects the entire market, this weather. So
So tell me something real quick.
without
The headphones.
these,
So, okay, yes. Like, come on now. You are Mr. Gat. I was literally talking about you on my live.
I've started using these headphones because I've had some reverb and feedback issues back in the day. And then my man, actually Cam, what up GT? How you doing, man? This dude, say Chandler, look, too soon. You got to open, cover, wipe, fasten the diaper quick on little boy. Yeah, I did all that, still got peed on. So look, it's just like, you just gonna get peed on. I'm just going to let you know that. It ain't no way around it. You're gonna get peed on. And you might catch one in the mouth, like today. But what was I? Oh yeah. So I was having like these feedback loop issues. And the reason why was because the particular software that I'm using did not treat my external speakers as external speakers, which would make the audio that was coming from my live loop back into my mic. It wouldn't give me the echo cancellation feature. So, and that's because these are speakers that plug into the audio jack and not by just the USB port. This is what I'm assuming. it treated it like external headphones, where if you have external headphones, you don't need an echo cancellation. But if it treated it like external speakers, then it would cancel the echo, whatever software, and then I didn't have to wear headphones. But then my man Cam, he was like, I plugged my headphones into the mic, and I actually like that because I can monitor my volume of when I'm speaking to the people. That way I'm just like not always yelling at you, because I can kind of hear, it is like a slight reverb in my headphone. It's not annoying, but I can hear the cadence and the volume I'm speaking at. So I just keep the headphones on at this point.
Somebody said that, like, when you're interviewing somebody, or you got somebody who you going back and forth and everybody have headphones on, it helps them to not talk.
Yeah. It's they
Not doing that.
okay, so it's not everyone. You got an Android or iPhone?
Dorsey got an Android. I got an iPhone.
So his iPhone
So,
is buffering,
I
and
really
my
think-
Android.
So I don't know
not.
what it is, but I just know that this Apple just did an update, and I am like, yeah, I'm like,
scared. I'm scared to update.
I'm
I
suspicious
updated
of
my
this
phone and it went
update.
so slow.
This is why I'm suspicious of this update. It's not even like the internet. The computer itself is moving slower.
Yeah.
And I'm over here like, I'm not buying no new computer. You're
Yeah.
not like, so like I started looking to how to revert back to the last system, the OS that I was on. Because this, what is it called? Let me see what they calling this. Computer is literally moving like it's a Windows computer. It's moving like it's my it's moving like it's my daggone work computer. And I spent too much money on this computer to need a new computer already. We're not doing that. So
A lot of people say that it's moving slow.
yeah, I don't care about the checkpoint. I'm not even trying to recover. I'm just trying to return. I got an external hard drive for the stuff that I need the most. I just want to go back to whatever version was before this when I had no issues. That's where I'm like this.
That's why you got all the people talking about Team Android, Android for life.
Hey, hey,
I'm with you.
But this was a family affair. But since I see it going a certain way, I have some chicken livers I need to cook too.
there we go. Chop it up. Make some dinner. Send me a plate. Put that thing on dry ice.
Oh,
Hey, we'll send you a picture. It get there slow.
and not with this Android though. It'll get there fast. And guess what? All food that I prepare for your household is for baby turf.
There
Okay?
we go. Hey, all the food, I would argue 80% of the food that I'm growing this year is for baby turf. I'm not growing food for me or Quita this year. I'm trying to make as much baby food as possible. So
Okay, well let me take that back. I do have to send Quita some food because
there
without
you go.
her,
Because
there
yeah,
would be no
because she ain't
milk.
getting nothing out this garden. This garden is for little turf. We growing carrots, peas, parsnips, a whole bunch of
that's
green
gonna- that's-
vegetables. Tomatoes. I'm mad they took my daggone bees from me, because after a year I was gonna go ahead and inoculate the heck out of him with some honey. But
Inoculate. Say it
Yeah.
again. SAT.
Drop-
SAT
drop-
word. Inoculate.
Hey, Turf, that's gonna be a whole different audience that you can grasp off of just making baby food from your garden.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about framing it that way. Much fun from what I've been told. Like, hey, I appreciate the informative lives, but I want something like this, where you're just kicking back, talking to the people, back to the basics where you started, which I can appreciate that. This is fun. I've had a good time tonight.
A poo-poo platter. Give them a little bit of everything. You know
Right,
what I
it's a
mean?
poo-poo platter,
But the main
right.
dish should always be turf.
It's always turf, baby. And look, I'm just be honest. I'm a guy who used to like to move every 3 years for a fresh start, which means I don't like things to stay the same. So my channel, what it was 3 years ago, it'll never be that again. My channel, what it was 2 months ago, it'll never be that again. The reason why is because I'm not who I was 2 months ago.
Amen. Amen. You preach it now, brother.
So, and that's the reality of it. And I hope that you enjoy who I become as I grow and I remain here on these social media platforms. So, and
Well,
if
you
not,
know what?
no
We're
love
here for the
lost.
journey.
Yeah.
We're here for the journey.
Yeah, there we
We,
go.
we, I love to see the evolution of people as they grow, because where there's no growth, there's no God. So I
There
see
we go.
God's hands over your life, and it's a blessing,
There
and
we
it's
go.
inspiring. So continue to do what you do.
Yeah.
And where you get that T-shirt from? I need to give you a Cooking with Dorsha T-shirt.
Hey, that's my man Polo. And I say that saying I know my wife, she has no desire to be on YouTube. I know my son has no idea what YouTube is. So I don't think it's fair for me to put him deliberately in it. Like, you're going to see my son in some videos this year. Let's be honest. It's just going to happen. But it's going to happen organically. I'm not going to like stage it and like purposely have him in there. It's going to be a situation to where like I got to cut the grass and Lil Turf is in the holster and we just going to do this thing. And you're going to see him out there with me type thing. Or I got to pick him up from XYZ and I'm still trying to get this video off. But forcefully putting them in that world before they even know what that world is, not to take anything from anyone who chooses to do that, that's not my style. That's not our household
what
style.
about your vlog being more encompassing of the different interests that you have and tying them all together? You know what I mean?
think you'll see more of that when I retire, because the issue is how I move to and from work. I have to be careful about how much content I have with me in uniform. And I'm in uniform a lot. I'm very rarely, on the weekend is really the only time you see me outside of uniform. And I don't want people to think that I'm using my position in the military to whatever, right? X. You put something on that, people get creative real quick. And I'm not trying to give them the room to become creative. So not to say I've had these issues, but I just have to be very aware of the type of world we live in. So I'm very hesitant to show too much because there's a lot of people watching, and not everybody that's watching me is for me. There's just some people watching me to wait until that moment I do something that's worth reporting to whomever. X.
I wasn't really thinking of that aspect of your life, but
Yeah.
more so of the lawn, the garden, and then the other interests, like you being a sommelier or, you know.
I don't think I would ever be able to turn the camera off when I'm enjoying my me time because of how much work absorbs. And now I got Lil Turf, right? So it's like, all right, in between me, I don't record everything because some stuff I keep for me. Like I don't record everything to make a video and everything. Sometimes I just want to go out there and mow. And it's not because I don't feel like recording. It's just because I want to enjoy this for me and in this space.
I did that today.
Right.
I did that today.
You just did some gardening work?
Yeah, I went out there, set up the GoPro and all that stuff. I turned it on a couple of times and I just left it alone.
Yeah.
And
Because
I
you
kept
just
working.
wanted to be present. Because that's what it's about. For you to be present, for me anyway, is for me to be present and everything else not to exist. And it's cool when I'm doing it with the camera, but at the same
Yeah.
so
Yeah, so like, you know, when I'm getting ready to have an argument with him, I want him to be present. You know what I'm saying?
there you go.
I'm gonna go live.
No, I need you to be present, bro. Like, real, bro.
He presently live. Yeah, nah. I mean, I think that's and that's kind of the reason why I did this live tonight, because I've realized a lot of my stuff has been structured to the point where you haven't been able to engage as much, which is why I dropped the link. I'm taking a cue from Broke here, and I'm just like, bring this. This is the first time I've really ever done this. But I'm bringing some people up that, kind of want to come up and hang. I used to do lives like this a lot. I would have no topic and I would just come on. Hopefully it's fixed. All right, we'll see. But, the whole point in that was to bring in, people that had smaller channels that I think they were putting out quality information, EcoNamer. Most of these people, we're in groups or cliques together today, minus people like yourself, Beauty in the Garden, and Gigi. And I think my man Paul from Guten Yard, which I need to call him. Gosh, I just remembered I never called him. Yeah, so it was like I was bringing these people on: Farmer Q, Broke, Eco, Cam from Elevated Lawnscapes, Polo Field. I don't think I ever brought Polo on for an official interview. And since I haven't, Polo, we got to do that. We got to do a official interview. Yes, sir. We need to do a GoFundMe.
But I think that's because you got
We got Toward the Computer.
All right, bro. Be safe.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Oh man, what was this? Who was that? Let me pull you up. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Toward the Computer Repair. Man, I can't even remember to bring the phone with me. Can't hear the responses because of this dial-up service. My goodness, man. That frustrates me, right? Because we're having a really good time tonight. I feel like we're covering some very good topics. But I'm gonna keep with it. He said, "Oh, Chris," he said, "Oh, Lord." The CR thing, CR, you coming for me too? Yeah. Couldn't get none of that. FR Humphrey, how you doing? I know, buffering. Hopefully it smooths out because they dropped off. It looks like we got quite a bit of people in here now, so maybe you're no. It's 3 people. It's either the new updated Apple Monterey system, Ecamm, which is the streaming service I'm using, or it is YouTube in itself. Seeing how this has happened 2 nights in a row, I'm narrowing it down to not YouTube because I watched Broke crush Alive today with no issues. It has everything to do with my new update on this computer and or the Ecamm software itself. And I think I can narrow it down from the Ecamm software because I've seen 2 other YouTubers that I'm highly fond of that use Ecamm and they didn't seem to have these issues. So I'm gonna blame this on the new update as of now, and I'm gonna see if I can revert back. Right, it's Apple. It's Apple. I'm thinking it's Apple. Apple, get it together, man. I don't know what y'all done did, but my whole computer is moving slower. It's moving a lot slower, and I got plenty of RAM. I got plenty of processing speed. I click things. It's like thinking. My computer never had to think. It just did. But now it's like thinking. This is Linda's live stream at 8 p.m. Of course. I told y'all about them Apple products. Says the guy who just bought an Apple product and is loving life right now. Look, you just got to struggle through them updates every once in a while, Cam. Don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, Miss Linda, she's about to go live at 8, which means, what's that, 6? 8 her time. Is it 8 our time or her time? I think she's about to go live in like 30 minutes. Either 30 minutes or an hour and a half. These time zones are different. Either way, I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer. I've had you think it's the update? I think it's the update too. They finna come out with a new model, right? That's right. That's how they get you. They hit you with the update, then they slow your brand new model down, and then they convince you the problem is the older model that you have, and to get up to new up and coming times, you gotta upgrade, right? That's how they get you. They're like, you got to upgrade. We need you to go ahead and push that upgrade button. So yeah, okay. So it's in 30 minutes. Cool. So yeah, y'all go over there, hang out with my auntie. Broke. I know broke coming with the donations for the computer. 7 Central. Yeah, y'all go over there, pull up on my auntie. I'll be in the chat until I fall asleep. I'm gonna go give Lil Turf some milk. He needs some milk. Go ahead and try to put him down. I thank y'all for hanging out. This was fun. I haven't done this in a while. Just like kind of impromptu, no real title other than random thoughts and vibes. And I, I'm going to leave you a little bit of tunes, and I hope you enjoy it. Have a wonderful week next week. I hope you had a lovely weekend, and y'all stay safe and blessed out there.
What?